We're going to start with our top story. We are tracking, by the way, the next phase of America's reopening from coast to coast as images of holiday weekend crowds prompt stern warnings and new concerns. We've got it all covered for you. We're going to start with NBC's Sam Brock. He's in Palm Beach County, Florida. Hey, Sam, good morning.
Hoda, good morning. We are on the precipice right now of a sobering figure, 100,000 deaths from COVID-19. Now, we know, Hoda, local leaders have been doing whatever they can to try to reduce the impact. In Florida, they've actually slowly opened the beaches here, but we are seeing images this morning of people behaving the same right now as they were before the virus.
This morning, Americans getting back to business following a holiday billed as the new normal. But the packed parks, crammed beaches, and busy boardwalks suggest otherwise.
You see no mask here. You see no fear. We're all just embracing it.
Striking scenes of large, dense crowds, often minus masks, have officials coast to coast concerned.
There you go.
In Houston, thousands flocking to a water park opened in defiance of the governor's orders. The city's mayor dismayed by the lack of social distancing.
There are too many people who are coming together, going to some of our clubs, our bars.
In Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, this local business owner was forced to take drastic measures to manage the holiday crush.
We had to literally close our doors and stop letting people in the building several different times.
This pool party at the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, a human sea of partiers that's being held up as a prime example of what can go wrong when easing restrictions too soon. St. Louis County now issuing a travel advisory urging people who were at the lake and didn't social distance to self-quarantine for 14 days or get tested. In New York City, the stock exchange will partially reopen its doors today with vital new safety measures. Only a quarter of traders can return, with most working from home. Those coming back must sign a coronavirus waiver, wear masks, avoid public transportation and handshaking, and get their temperature checked before entering. There will be no opening bell, but church bells in some areas will toll with parishioners inside.
Once more giving thanks, he gave it
the
to
Archdiocese here in Miami giving Catholics the green light to attend Mass in person starting today. Governors in California and Minnesota under siege from political and legal challenges, rolling out restricted options for worship. Safe steps key to maintaining a fragile reopening and keeping the virus at bay.
And to control some of these crowds, Houston's Mayor Sylvester Turner says he's just going to shut down businesses and restaurants that aren't complying. Here in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis has given police the power to charge people with second-degree misdemeanors for violating social distancing rules. So far, guys, it's mainly just been warnings. Back to you.
All right, Sam Brock leading us off. Thank you, Sam. President Trump spent his Memorial Day attending various ceremonies for the country's fallen military heroes, and he also made headlines on Twitter, threatening to pull the Republican convention out of North Carolina. We've got two reports for you. Let's start with NBC's White House correspondent, Peter Alexander. Peter, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning to you. The Republican National Convention is scheduled to begin just 3 months from now, and President Trump is warning that he may look to move it out of Charlotte if North Carolina's Democratic governor cannot guarantee that coronavirus restrictions will be lifted by then. The president says he wants a packed arena. That would mean 20,000 people shoulder to shoulder in a state where the number of cases is rising. This has become a convention controversy. The president threatening to move it now out of that state. Here's exactly what he said in the form of a tweet. He said the following. We'll show it to you if we can. He said specifically that the governor remains in, quote, shutdown mood and unable to guarantee that by August we will be allowed full attendance in the arena, adding that he would be reluctantly forced to find with all the jobs and economic development it brings another Republican National Convention site, and that the many thousands of enthusiastic Republicans heading to North Carolina must be immediately given an answer. The vice president weighing in on that topic as well. The governor has responded, Roy Cooper, and he says that the state health officials are working with the RNC and that North Carolina is relying on data and science to protect our state's public health and safety. He adds the request comes just 2 days after the state recorded its largest daily increase in cases. Savannah?
All right, Peter, I'll take that. Thank you. Memorial Day marked Joe Biden's first in-person public appearance in more than 2 months. An unannounced visit alongside his wife to a veterans park near their home in Delaware. NBC's senior Washington correspondent Andrea Mitchell has that part of the political story. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning to you, Hoda. The former vice president emerged for the first time since March 15th for Memorial Day wreath laying, and in a sharp contrast to the way President Trump has been responding to the pandemic. Joe Biden and his wife venturing out publicly for the first time since March 15th to lay a wreath at a veterans memorial in Newcastle, Delaware. An especially sad week for their family. This Saturday marking the 5th anniversary of the death of their son, Beau, an Iraq War veteran from cancer.
Thanks for your service.
Notably, both Bidens wearing masks and keeping a safe distance from reporters.
How does it feel to be out here for the first time in 2 months?
It feels good to be out of my house.
Biden aides say consciously modeling adherence to CDC guidelines and the advice of his own Public Health Advisory Committee, welcoming the contrast with President Trump, who has been widely criticized by medical experts for refusing to wear a mask in public. The president mocking Biden, retweeting a Fox News analyst who wrote, "This might help explain why Trump doesn't like to wear a mask in public." Meantime, Biden seized upon the president's golf games over the Memorial Day weekend in a new digital ad. Campaigning from his basement or back porch has its drawbacks, denying Biden the retail politics he relishes. And he can get rusty, like this misstep with radio host Charlemagne the God last week.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Biden did pivot by apologizing and drawing attention to the president's record on race, including his early support for the birther movement against Barack Obama.
Donald Trump this is the same man who called Africa, an S-hole countries, while also claiming there were fine people on both sides in Charlottesville.
As for more public appearances, the campaign says it will rely on what medical experts say as states reopen. But aides say Biden has not suffered from sheltering at home. The former vice president has widened his lead in the polls. Biden is now 8 points ahead of the president in a recent Fox News poll, including a 9-point advantage on responding to the pandemic and a 17-point lead on health care. Hoda?
All right, Andrea, thank you so much. It is now 10 minutes past the hour. Over to you, Savannah.
Yep, and we have a quick programming note, Hoda. Tomorrow morning on Today, we will have an exclusive interview with the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, on the new guidelines taking effect in that state as it slowly reopens. But now to another headline out of the White House, the new ban on travelers from Brazil, where coronavirus cases are on the rise in a dramatic way. NBC's chief global correspondent joins us from Rio de Janeiro this morning. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. The crisis here in Brazil clearly causing real concern in the White House. The travel ban on foreigners entering the U.S. from Brazil was meant to kick in Thursday. Now it's tonight. This as Brazil overtakes the U.S. for the first time in the number of new deaths. More than 800 new deaths in the last 24 hours. Here, just over 600 new deaths in the U.S. The crisis here is escalating.
In the densely packed homes of Brazil's slums, coronavirus is killing thousands. Brazil's health system close to collapse. Next to a soccer stadium, a field hospital that opened just 2 weeks ago, already more than 50 have died here.
This is one of 7 field hospitals going up in Rio alone. The problem is they just can't build them fast enough.
Brazil has almost 20,000 new cases every day. Ambulances can't cope. Doctors have only one word for it.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Millions live in this poverty. No lockdown here, but death everywhere. But Mexico's in crisis too. Its rate of testing is even worse. No one here knows what the true infection rate is. And Latin America's epidemic could spark a later second wave in the US. Another danger, a second peak, where lockdown measures are loosened too soon.
The disease can jump up at any time. We may get a second peak in this wave.
Global hotspots are moving. Italy is now recording its fewest cases since early March. Greece is reopening bars and restaurants. Spain ending quarantine for foreigners. Much of Europe is reopening. But Britain, its worst affected country, is an outlier. 14-day quarantine soon for all visitors. Back in Brazil, its president is unrepentant, joining anti-lockdown protesters, ignoring social distancing, calling for freedom. It's a policy his critics here say has cost thousands of lives.
Well, I should point out that he was also heckled at another appearance over the weekend and called a killer. And he still made no comment on the travel ban imposed by his ally, President Trump. It's been brought forward 48 hours. It starts at midnight tonight. Hoda?
All right, Bill Neely for us in Brazil. Bill, thank you. Now to that breaking news overnight here at home, the latest on an urgent multi-state manhunt for a Connecticut college student suspected of killing 2 people. The FBI joining the search and the suspect's family begging him to turn himself in. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has details on this. Hey, Gabe, good morning.
Hoda, good morning. Police have released a new surveillance image of that 23-year-old college student, and the ongoing search is now spread across several states in the Northeast. The suspect, police say, is considered armed and dangerous.
This morning, an urgent plea from the parents of a murder suspect who's now the focus of a multi-state manhunt.
Peter, from your parents, we love you. Please turn yourself in.
The FBI has now joined the frantic search for 23-year-old Peter Manfredonia, a student at the University of Connecticut. Police say he's the primary suspect in 2 deadly attacks in the state.
We know that he is armed and dangerous.
Authorities say this surveillance image shows Manfredonia walking along a train track in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, Sunday afternoon. Manfredonia grew up in Newtown, Connecticut, where the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre took place in 2012. His family says he's struggled with mental health issues.
If anybody has any information or if they see this individual, please do not approach him and call 911.
The manhunt for Manfredonia began Friday in Willington, Connecticut. Police allege she attacked 2 men there with an edged weapon, killing 62-year-old Theodore Demers.
He loved his family more than anything else.
Nearby on Sunday morning, another man said Manfredonia held him captive before fleeing with several guns, a truck, and some food, according to police.
They have to get him. They have to catch him. You can't get away with this.
Authorities say he then went to Derby, Connecticut, where he allegedly killed 23-year-old Nicholas Eisel and took Eisel's girlfriend against her will. Police say he left that scene in a black car with a tribute to Sandy Hook victims on the back. Eisel's girlfriend was later found unharmed with the car in New Jersey.
Peter, if you're listening, you are loved. Your parents, your sisters, your entire family loves you. It's time to surrender.
Police in Connecticut say that because the suspect has strong ties to Newtown, residents there should be vigilant. Hoda.
Such a disturbing story. All right, Gabe, thank you. It's coming up on 16 after the hour. Savannah?
And we've got some good news this morning. Hoda, Basketball Hall of Famer Patrick Ewing is back home and recovering from COVID-19. The New York Knicks legend and current head basketball coach at Georgetown had to be hospitalized last week. Well, on Monday, yesterday, his son Patrick Ewing Jr. posted on Twitter that his dad is now home and getting better, and he went on to thank the doctors and hospital staff for taking care of him. So we are glad to see him feeling better.
Yeah, some great news there. All right, let's switch gears. I can kind of still smell the barbecue coming from Roker's house over the weekend. Hey, Al. Morning.
Me too.
Hey, guys. Morning. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend. Let's look at what's happening down in Florida. We're watching this area that could be developing a lot of heavy rain over the weekend, and we could see a tropical disturbance, 20% chance over the next 5 days. Flash flood watches, though, in effect. There's the development zone we're going to be watching as this system starts to make its way to the north, right along the southeastern Atlantic coast. This low pressure will develop, bringing heavy rain for the Georgia and South Carolina coasts. This low pressure moves inland and northward. That's going to mean heavy rain developing for the Appalachians. And as the day wears on, look at the Gulf Coast. Heavy rain there, but also upwards of 3 inches of rain or more making its way into the southeastern Atlantic coast.